So bring it on, fresh, fervent, fevered, how it always was and how it always will be. Feel it, this is where it starts. Whatever your ambitions, a good beginning is the perfect way to get things underway. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon.
La formazione del Milan. Il numero 13, Cristiano Ronaldo. Il numero 11, Fernando Torres.
Well, we're on the way. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Axel Witsel can be a real dominating presence on his day, Peter. His sense of positioning and anticipation is the perfect complement to his menacing frame. Also known for being a very clean tackler. What's not to like about him?
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Cristiano Ronaldo! And there's an early warning shot across the bow. He's got tall. And he has kept it out somehow.
Raul clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Rincon. Unahi, and it's Witsel. Edmilson.
This is the time you need that pace.
He's a sharp little ball here. Spread neatly. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Cristiano Ronaldo. Milan are applying all the early pressure.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Strong running down that left flank. Unahi. Aimed beyond the defence. Fernando Torres. Quarter of an hour played. Oh, good take in a good area. And the finish! It's been shipped out wide. And it's Witsel. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. And it's hoisted clear. There's the shot! Goal! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Gol! Ha segnato al 21esimo minuto, numero 19.
Girona have taken the lead.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's an imaginative pass.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Blint did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And this is Torres.
Fernando Torres really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Turns back here, probably the best option. He's looking wide. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Vigo. Chance here to counter. Ricky Puig. Edmilson. And Unahi. Out towards the flank.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Does well to stand firm and defend it. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, that's well seen too. Witsel. Cucurella. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Cruyff. Unahi. And now the breakaway. Witsel. Unahi.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Chooses to go cross-field. Knocks it out wide. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And it's half-time here. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
That gets things going for the second half.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Edmilson. Ricky Puig. Witsel. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged. He's through, it's one-on-one, and the shot! Oh, super goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Milan grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Now that looks a decent ball. Knocks it into space. Nice control. Cross into the box. Koundé getting this one clear. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. They've played it short. Gets into some space. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Torres. And he's intervened well there.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And it's Witsel. It's a really well-measured ball. Cucurella gets it away.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Girona choosing to make the first change.
Yeah, there's going to be a significant change of approach, I think. They really are shaking up their attack.
Real chance! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Hugo Rincon certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Great defending, strong and determined. Witsel, who does have an assist to his name. And he was quick to react. Edmilson. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Torres. And here's Cruyff. Oh, this is a great position. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Girona finding their passes. Rincon. Foot in. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Raul gets into a good position. Crossed in once, big header! He will be livid with himself.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 11.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Sostituito con il Numero 10. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Looking for the run. And no, that was never going to make it.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And the shot! Threads one in. And he's taking no chances there. Witsel can get it clear. That has been slung wide. Crosses it in here. And he's there to clear it. Girona are looking to go forward now. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Well, that pass isn't the best.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
He's in a great position here. Here comes the cross. That's a decent clearance. Well, that has not gone well. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
With speed from back to front. Looking for options for movement. Witsel picks it up out wide. 4 added minutes on the board.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Looking to play him in. Now it's Cruyff. And that has left him in a heap. That's that, the end. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points. And it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all.
Che oggi festeggia l'anniversario di matrimonio.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
There's the whistle. So there he is, the man known as the Angel of Madrid, and with a name like Raúl González Blanco, it was almost like he was born to wear that famous white shirt.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back to the scene of his last European triumph, back in 2002, of course, in that Glasgow final.
We all remember, truthfully, for that famous volley.
Yeah, it was Raúl who got things going, if you remember. A very smart finish, running onto a long throw that had the Germans completely bamboozled. And yes, while it wasn't a winning goal, it did set up a very exciting evening.
It's a promising position, throws in his head. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And he's had it nicked away. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
They've played it short. He's in space and looking for options. It'll be a throw-in. Not much subtlety about that challenge. And it's been taken short. The ball goes in. And he gets rid in a hurry. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's a sharp little ball here. Very nicely done. Delivers the ball. Point-blank header! Hits it again, but still no joy.
Yeah, nothing overly wrong with the way the ball's been played in. They just need to make it count.
Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. Milan really could have done without this. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
And he's buried it! 1-0! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
Marcó en el minuto 19 el dorsal 7.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Aims beyond the defence.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now they can break here. Now it's Figo. Hazard has it out wide and in space. Vallecas were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Now he's off and running. Now it's Hazard. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Almost half an hour in now. Out to the left it goes. Cristiano Ronaldo. Fernando Torres. He won't be happy with that one. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Tries to play it through. Oh, that was vital. Over to the left. Hazard.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And he's forced to go back.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And it's made its way to him. Raul, a player who needs no introduction. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Figo. And he's picked it up out wide. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Good running, strong and purposeful. Threads one in, back in one. Can he finish? Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Peter, the best counter-attacks are pacey and incisive, we know that, and that one never really got going.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Eder Militao. And it's Hazard. Raul is flagged offside. Lejeune. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Recordamos a nuestros espectadores que en la tienda oficial del estadio podrán encontrar todo tipo de objetos relacionados con nuestro equipo. Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 21. Será
Whistle goes,
sustituido por
and we
el
start the
dorsal
second half.
18.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Nicely spread. Great vision. It's a promising position. Aimed in towards the centre. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Played out towards the right wing. Oh, nice touch. Gets into some space. Can he get on the end of this? Figo. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, good-looking ball. Great ball, and he's in here. Big chance! And he hits the net. They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Gol del Milan. Marcó en el minuto
Yeah, that's
57.
really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, it seems to me they'll both be pushing for another now. Could be a critical phase.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly
La
tested.
asistencia a este partido asciende a 28.599 espectadores.
Figo. That is ended up in no man's land. Vallecas finding their passes. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Lejeune. Azar plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And he's in on goal. Played into the box. And he's taking no chances there. Now, can they get him away? Hazard in acres of space out wide. Oh, no joy this time. Knocks it into space. And he's picked it up out wide. Lovely feet. Chooses to go back. Shapes to shoot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 14.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. There's going to be a major shake-up in the attack here.
Yeah, and it looks like quite a shake-up to the front line. Interesting, we'll see how it develops.
Just about up to 75 minutes. It's a really well-measured ball. And no, that was never going to make it. Looking for options for movement.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, it's Raul. Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. Milan have been handed a game-changing chance. A lot of furious gesticulation, but it is never going to make the referee overturn a decision.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
And he's kept it out. It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Oh, what a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. 2 minutes to be added on. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that's nice. Cross needs to be good. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Raul, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Your reflections then, Jim?
Milan must have viewed this game as very winnable, but will no doubt have a healthier respect for this opposition now.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Que viste camiseta azul y gorra roja y dice haberse perdido. Se ruega a su padre que acude a recogerlo a la puerta 26.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
La formazione del Milan.
Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, David Alaba, one of the most versatile players out there. He's just got so much positional awareness and intelligence. He can basically do a job anywhere on this pitch. He's got fabulous technique too, especially with his delivery in and around the area. He'll be eyeing up any set plays the opposition concede in that defensive third.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. There's the whistle, and here we go. Now it's Mbappe. Great vision. And this is Raul. Raul plays it in. Oh, what a climb! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Tries to get it clear. And they've got a throw. Tony Martinez. Played out towards the right wing. Can he get on the end of this? And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. He's had it taken off him. Knocks it out wide. Ricky Puig to Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Ricky Puig. A probing pass. And this is Figo. Figo! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
I know it's still early, but they're showing the better signs. No caution from them.
Pacheco. Now he's off and running. Johnny. Raul. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's picked his way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Neither side yet able to find the net. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Carlos Alenia. Alaba are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Tony Martinez.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
It's a promising position, and that interception was most necessary. They've played it short. Good ball, good take. That's a decent clearance. In again. Alaba given another corner. And he's taking no chances there. Milan are looking to go forward now. Now it's Mbappe. Over to the left.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
That's the keeper's ball. Carlos Alenia. And he's intervened well there. And he's forced to go back. Carlos Alenia. Oh, good spread. He's in a great position here. Hangs in a terrific header. Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. The ball goes in. Eder Militao attempts a clearance. Edmilson. And it's Alaba. And it's Figo. Aimed beyond the defence. Shot a goal! A skipper's goal!
Yeah, the captain has gone further up in everyone's estimation after an opener as wonderful as that. The manager will be reviewing his half-time message now.
A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Milan have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
Milan leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Figo.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Koundé. And that'll be the final action of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. We'll look back on the first 45 minutes.
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Milan happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And we're underway again.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Carlos Alenia.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
Shifted it to the flank. Takes a shot! Sticks it away! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Numero 15.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
There's been a genuine flow to this game so far, but that might mark a major shift in momentum now.
Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe purring through the gears. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Johnny. Oh, that's nice. Oh, such a clever touch. Cross needs to be... Header!
Milan really just need to be careful for the next 10 minutes or so, deal with the pressure and come again.
And this is Maradona. Now it's Cristiano. And a chance! Goal, Milan! And they're back in front. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, what a hit, Peter. And there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? So we've reached the hour mark. Carlos Alenia. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. That's a sharp pass.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Maradona will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Carlos Alenia. Tony Martinez. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now it's Maradona. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Maradona. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Now it's Mbappe. Alava can breathe again. Just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Guevara. Oh, nicely intercepted.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quick.
He rises! Harmlessly behind.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Alava making consecutive changes here. Guevara. Johnny. Plays the return pass. Chooses to go cross-field.
Good switch, that.
Guevara. Played out wide. Alava looking to pass their way through.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well timed, excellent interception. Alaba. Edmilson. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Tries to play it through, and he's picked it up out wide. It'll be a throw-in. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Plays it across. Pacheco is there, and he can get that clear.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think.
Ci saranno 3
Vigo
minuti di
set up
recupero.
1 goal so far.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Looking to play him in. Fernando Torres. He's being urged to shoot. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. That'll be a throw. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that will be it. Milan proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it. Cristiano Ronaldo picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Milan really were always favourites to start with, and try as they might, you always knew that their opponents were only going to emerge with little more than their pride intact.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
La alineación de hoy será...
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Of course, Antoine Griezmann. He's got a bit of everything, Peter. Speed, great technical ability, and the priceless gift of being able to make all the right decisions at the right times. Personally, I really like the way he can always take a little touch to give himself that half a yard of space. He needs to get a shot away, and he doesn't miss too many either, does he?
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. There's the whistle, and here we go. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's chosen to go back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Simeone goes for a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Alvarez! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Shoots! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Llorente. Simeone. Now it's Griezmann. Tries to play it through. Tries to get it clear. And it's been taken short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Simeone, there he goes, motoring forward. Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's onside! Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
It's Griezmann! Oh, that is very close.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Llorente. Milan still without a single shot on target. And it's Llorente. Some good work on the right flank here. Well read, nice interception. Figo. Llorente. Simeone. Simeone really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
That's been cut out, well played. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Xavi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Simeone might well be in for a mouthful from his boss if his teammates don't get there first.
Lookman. Looking for the run. It's a promising position, and he's got his cross in. Bayer claims it without any fuss. Yamal. Simeone. Turns back here, probably the best option. That has been slung wide. So what can they make of this? Mbappe is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Llorente knocks it into space. Looking to play him in. Llorente gets into a good position. And here's Llorente. Out of play for a goal kick. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Lenormand. And it's Llorente. That's Simeone. Oh, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. And it's Maradona. Xavi. Figo. Played it early. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Koke. Simeone. And it's Llorente. Distributed tidily. Llorente, he has found the way through. Very nicely done. Oh, he's played it in low. He's there and gets it away. Mbappe. Yamal. And the whistle goes for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And the second half gets underway.
Milan really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Lookman. That is good strength.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Oh, such a clever touch. Cross goes in there. And that has been cleared. That's a throw. Yamal kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And he thumps it clear. Simeone. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Simeone. Oh, shooting chance! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Alvarez. Seedorf. Rudiger. Over to the left. Milan do have a chance to counter here. Ball played for Xavi. Almost an hour gone. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Lookman. And it's Koke. For Koke. He's found a way through. And here's Alvarez. Cleared without complication. And he's only too happy to take that back. And it's Koke. Lookman. Can he get it through? And he's picked it up out wide. Decent chance! And yes, it's there!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
¡Gol! Marcó en el minuto 68 el dorsal 19.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Lookman is in a really good position out wide. Alvarez. Danger averted for now.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
There's going to be another change here.
El dorsal 6. Coque. El dorsal 5.
Cucurella with the clearance.
El dorsal 16.
It'll be a throw-in.
El dorsal 8. El dorsal 10.
And he lines up a cross. Seedorf is there, and he can get that clear. Oh, well played.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
That's a decent clearance.
Cambio de jugadores.
Milan choosing to make the first change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Molina. That's Sorlot.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Milan are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Lenormand. Barrios. It's a really well-measured ball. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? He's shifting through the gear. And the shot! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Llorente picks it up out wide. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Chance for a shot! Barrios. And that will be it. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, there's no shortage of effort and commitment from them. They were just undone by that second-half goal.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.